Yay. Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
Everyone who matters is here.
Oh.
Yay. Yay, I did too.
Oh.
Yay. Yay.
All right. You're watching Panel's Comic Books and More, your weekly fix of all things nerdy. I'm your bitter producer, Kyle. We got Dimitri. Not to be confused with Oblivion Dimitri. Huzzah. Huzzah from Timo. We have the triumphant return of Jeremiah.
You're all
We have
welcome.
no Pierre. Not at all. He's kissing orcs. His streaming career has taken off. So everyone go check out his
famous,
Twitch. So it's just us, everybody. It's just us. You got to deal with just us. Low energy, very factual, no nonsense. And with that, we'll go into the nerdy news. And like always, we'll start with some sad news.
This isn't new news. This was we had a conversation on the Discord. So if you're not on our Discord, join our Discord. Talking about the thing that we were talking about was Something is Killing the Children, and I made the comment that I think Something Killing the Children will be the next independent book to reach 100 issues and go on from 100 issues. But Saga is ending at 108, and that was always the plan. Saga was always planned to end at 108 issues, which is why they took the break at 54. That was the first half of the series. And so the second half of the series is 54 plus 54. So 108. I don't know when that's going to wrap up. Could be a few years, hopefully, because I mean, issue 1 was 2012 and we are 2025. So maybe 2032 will be the end of Saga. Maybe. We'll see. But something that needs to be put out there. The ending has been written. It has not been drawn. And the only people who know the ending are Brian K. Vaughan and his wife. Fiona does not know the ending yet.
Wow.
And the only reason why Brian K. Vaughan's wife knows is because he was afraid he'd get hit by a truck and the ending would be lost. So she's the only one who knows in case he dies. Then we'll have an actual end to Saga. So we at least got that coming eventually. More nerdy news. Marvel's new summer event, The World to Come, explores the chaos after Black Panther's death as rivals battle over vibranium and Wakanda's future. So this will be the event that happens after Doom's event, I'm assuming.
So my theory with this, just like Marvel likes to, when they like to line things up with the movies a little bit.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. So I think this will help understand who or what the Black Panther is going to stand for in the next Black Panther movie, which has Denzel Washington cast in it. We don't know as who, but will be exciting to have Denzel. Phantom is asking, is Free Comic Book Day Saturday everywhere? Yes, it is. The first Saturday in May every year since 2007 is Free Comic Book Day. So I urge everyone to go to their local comic book store and buy something. I know it is Free Comic Book Day. I know that you're getting free comics, but as someone who used to run massive events at Free Comic Book Day, the books aren't free to us. We'd still pay for them. So please go say thank you. If you can't buy anything, that's understandable. Times are tough, especially now. But at least say thank you. Show your appreciation. Don't just show up, grab books, and leave. Buy something if you can. Bring cookies if you want to. But just show your appreciation to all the local.
Pick up your pull list. All right.
Pick
Don't
up
wait
your
3 months.
That shouldn't be on sale. If they do that, don't let them. Pick up your poll list and enjoy the wonderful holiday that is Free Comic Book Day. I do gotta say, it's nice not being behind the counter because, like, this week, I would not sleep at all leading up to Free Comic Book Day because of all the event planning that I've done for Free Comic Book Day in the past. So now I can sleep through the week, which is great. Moving back on to the important stuff that is nerdy news. Ryan Reynolds teased he's writing a new Deadpool ensemble project. Do we want Deadpool 4 or something else?
Pass.
You don't want Deadpool 4?
Deadpool
Pass
the
on-
musical.
All of it.
Really?
There's-
Deadpool the musical. I like that idea. That'd be fun. Really? You don't want Deadpool 4?
Not right now. I don't need more of him right now.
Now, would you rather get Deadpool 4 or Deadpool in Secret Wars?
Secret Wars small part.
Small part, no big part.
It's just not time for it. He needs to worry about his wife and her voice memos
Oh,
and her creative differences. He needs to worry about all that and just
I
chill
thought we
out
weren't
for a
going to
little
talk
bit.
about that.
He needs to chill out a little bit. I don't
Blake
want
Lively's a
anything.
good person. Let's just say that Blake Lively's a good person. Dimitri, do you want Deadpool 4 or do you want Deadpool in Secret Wars?
Oh wow. Yeah, Deadpool 4. I think there's something they could do. I think they should milk it dry. Like, why not?
Can
I'm
I
not
just
reading
say,
that. I'm not reading that.
Dimitri's not lagging.
I know. This is kind of awesome.
Is it
I
Pierre's
didn't,
fault?
I didn't notice.
It might be. It might be.
Next week it'll be worse. It's okay.
Let us know in the comments down below if you want Deadpool 4 or Deadpool to show up in Secret Wars. Tom Holland's Spider-Man theme reportedly plays in the Daredevil Born Again finale. Did you catch it? I didn't. Where the fuck was it?
I think people are making it up. I didn't hear it.
Is it on a fucking radio of a car passing? Like, I didn't hear it at all.
No idea.
And so I was paying very close attention to that. At Huntsville Pop Culture Expo, Chris Claremont of X-Men fame revealed that Robert Downey Jr. will be taking on multiple roles in Avengers Doomsday. We got Robert Downey Jr. playing Evil Person, Iron Man, and there's playing 2 other roles. What the fuck does Chris Claremont know about what's going on with...
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
Doomsday?
Does he have some connection?
I don't
that
think
he
he has
would-
any writing credit or anything. Like, isn't the
And-
Russos doing it as well?
Right. So it's odd, and the quote is odd because like the placement is odd.
Yes.
Like all of it's very strange, and the fact that it's coming from Chris Claremont. Now, if he was breaking some X-Men news,
Yes.
Okay.
Which
what is
that
this?
makes me question is if supposedly Robert Downey Jr. is having multiple roles, is he going to play an X-Men?
So I think
And if he is going to play an X-Men, which one?
I think it's just the obvious, and there's a rumor we'll get to later, but
Well, Cloak is a mutant.
Cloak is a mutant. Like Cloak and Dagger?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was such a deep that was such a deep cut joke. So
Good.
for those who don't know why Jeremiah is laughing, he made a Tropic Thunder joke. So no, I don't think one of the multiple roles for Robert Downey is that. I think it's the obvious. I think it's Iron Man variant version. So just a suit we haven't seen, some popular variation.
Infamous
from,
Iron Man or...
then I think we have Evil Iron Man, which is superior.
mhm.
And then I think we just have him as Doom. And I think it's just gonna do that with a few characters, but ones that make sense in the same sense of Chris Evans. You know, they're just ones
Yeah.
that make sense. I think that's all it's gonna be. If this is even true, or if Chris Claremont maybe got a crappy question about something that wasn't related to comics, and he just was like,
he is
"I'm
getting
gonna
old.
ruin everyone's day." I didn't want to say
getting
that.
this all sounds like, if this is true, this sounds like a shit show.
Yeah,
Can
no,
I be
it's
honest?
really-
Like,
Ooh,
I hope
makes sense.
it's
Yeah,
not.
but like, just because it sounds like a shit show doesn't mean that they can't pull it out.
Yeah.
So like, there's a chance. There's a chance that they can pull it out. I muted myself for that burp, so you guys are
Thank you.
welcome for that. Moving on to comic talk. Now, Kyle, do you want to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I'll go first
Okay.
because I don't really know what I'm talking about, but it was cool. So I'm still catching up on Spider-Man, as in the only good Spider-Man, the best Spider-Man, Miles Morales. So, spoiler, but he's finally not a vampire anymore. But to do this...
And we're happy about this, right?
Yes, we're happy he's not a vampire anymore. But to do this, to accomplish this, he had to go to Wakanda. He had to eat the heart-shaped herb. And he was talking to... What's the god of panthers? Is it something with a B?
Bast?
Yes. So he's talking to Bast, and she's kind of like, wait a minute, I'm not your god, your totem. And then the spider god shows up, and he's a real prick. Can I just say, he's a cocky little prick. And he's just really stirring things up. He's making everybody fight. He's just for no good reason. And that's where the story is going to go. So it's cool because basically you cure the vampire problem, but now the spider totem is secretly haunting Miles. Like he's just like following him home. So nice little setup. Yeah, it's interesting. It's
and
odd
this is
how
still Ziggler, right?
Yeah, but it's just like, how did he go from A to B to a solution in Wakanda to now the spider totem going home with him? Like, it's just a big... And cleaning up sins of the past. Miles' clone, they're really like trying to establish that character, like give him a personality and a
like
purpose.
Ben Reilly?
A little different because he doesn't really have like a form. He's like a shapeshifter. It's kind of weird. He doesn't really talk very well. It's he's got like his own set of powers, and he's struggling just with the powers alone. It's like you're not just like having a clone. You're having a clone that, like, generally, if he wasn't a clone, would be having a hard time. And then like Miles' family just like takes him in. So it's interesting. Yeah, because I never liked that part of the prior run, but
now
it's working. Cheesy Bread P, not sure who that is, but apparently he does not like Ben Reilly. He says Ben Reilly sucks. Yeah, that's the difference. He thinks, yeah, one sucks
now,
and the other one doesn't.
Morales is Miles' mother's last name, right?
Yes.
So what is his father's last name? Johnson, right?
Jefferson.
Yes, Jefferson. And then at some point he takes the mother's name, I think. I don't know if they stuck with that. I don't know if that was Ultimate or post.
Well, I'm just trying to think of what this clone's name gonna be, because Ben Reilly is Uncle Ben. And
yeah, well, that's I'm waiting for him to have a real name, because I don't. It's like it's not Gloop, but it's pretty much Gloop.
Aaron Jefferson.
That
Spy.
He might. No, we don't talk about that.
What is that emoji?
I think it's a talking fish. Thank you, Pierre, for really participating with your...
I wasn't here last week, so I didn't get to talk about Out of Alcatraz issue number 2. We had a very long and beautiful conversation with Tyler Crook and Christopher Catwell about this series. It's going to be 5 issues. This keeps it going real goddamn strong. The ending is absolutely wonderful. There is a page in here. I cannot afford original art. I should not be buying original art. If you see me talking about buying original art in the Discord, yell at me, because I shouldn't. But there is a page in here that, boy, oh boy.
This came out last week, right?
Yes, last week. I can't show the page because it's kind of a spoiler, but I want to show a small section of the page, because like that's the reason I want it so bad. So like you could just see the watercolor.
We really can't, if I'm being honest. We really can't see shit.
Go buy it. Go buy it and you can see it.
It's in my full, you know.
It looks like it looks cool.
Page spread. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So go out. Be sure to put this on your pull list, because you should have already had it on your pull list. And keep buying it, because issue 5 is coming and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Moving on to Screen Time. While I was away, I managed to make it to a movie theater and see the movie Sinners with Michael B. Jordan and Haley Sheffield. I think I am comfortable saying that this is the greatest movie I've ever seen now.
Really?
Without hesitation, I slept on it and thought about it hard. This is the greatest movie I have ever seen.
So, objectively or subjectively?
Objectively.
It was all the sex, wasn't it?
Okay, so there's 2.5 sex scenes, and my lovely sister, would not allow me to take my 13-year-old nephew to this movie. There is no nudity, mind you.
Okay, the language though. I saw a clip.
But there's sex.
There's a little bit of language, yeah.
Hawkeye said something real dirty.
He's 13. But the movies break down the act structure, act 1, 2, and 3, perfect. Like trying to find an issue with this movie. Like I wasn't like going like, oh, this movie's not perfect and I need to prove that it's not perfect. This will be the dumbest thing I ever say on this podcast. I want it quoted. So this will be the dumbest thing I ever say on this podcast. I am a numismatist. So I collect coins on top of collecting comics. I collect coins. And when they fuck up coins in a movie, it pisses me off. Like one of my big objections to the Hellboy, the Crooked Man, the new Hellboy movie. There's a scene with a bunch of scents in it, and they're all the wrong year because the reverse of that scent wasn't available that year. So they got the scent wrong. And so there's a coin that's mentioned in this movie, and I got annoyed because I was like, oh, the coin is wrong. And then they explain why the coin isn't wrong like 4 minutes later. And I was like, oh, awesome. Okay, that's awesome. The acting, the score, the gripping storytelling, the end credit scene, like I damn near shit myself a little bit. I almost cried. So yeah,
that's not.
It's not impressive, but I still almost cried. But yeah, that end credit scene threw me for a loop for sure. But go and see it. The less you know about the movie, the better. I have not given you any real plot points at all, because if you go into it blind, you will get so much more out of it. And if you haven't seen a trailer, don't watch the trailers.
So are we talking Oscar?
I think this is going to sweep the Oscars.
Wow.
I think it's going to sweep the Oscars for Best Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Score. I honestly think like this will be a movie that is talked about for years to come.
Wow.
It is beyond amazing. And I know that I'm like using a lot of hyperbole about how great this movie is, but really though, like it is, I can't even really put into words how much I enjoyed this movie.
So you're saying it's better than Godfather 2?
Yes. Yes. It's better than Citizen Kane. It's better than Metropolis.
All right. We'll have to see about that.
I mean, even if you're not a horror movie fan, go see this movie, because as much as it is a horror movie, it's not at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not big on horror. Don't tell anybody.
Like the horror elements of this movie are important to the plot. And so it's not gratuity for gratuity's sake. Like everything happens for a reason, kind of. And like the bow that they put on this movie, like at the end, not even like the end credit scene that I was mentioning, but the scene right before the end. It's perfect. It's perfect. I cannot give this movie enough praise. So go see Sinners while it's still in theaters. Go see it in IMAX if you can. There's only 33 theaters showing it in IMAX, and it's meant to be seen in IMAX. But yeah, don't hesitate.
All right. A glowing review from Jeremiah. Unlike his thoughts on Gwenpool. Really hates Gwenpool.
I can't wait to
Don't.
hear in the future episode where you guys talk about Super Jersey,
Yes.
Heather's reaction to my
She
comments.
didn't give a shit, to be honest. Spoiler. She could care fucking less. All right. So let's keep the pace here because we have some announcements at the end, and those announcements require a lot of time and effort and energy, and only one of us is willing to give all of those verbs. So let's keep it moving. Rumors, baby. Sorry, Pierre. Sorry that you're not here to read these rumors because these are some spicy rumors. And I say spicy as a white gentleman. Spicy indeed.
These are ketchup flavored rumors.
Yes. Salt and pepper. Nothing else. Olive oil from a plastic bottle.
Oh boy.
In Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man will mostly appear masked, with Tom Holland providing nothing but a voice. I think it's true.
I think there's a reason for this.
Because he's busy?
Yeah.
I think he's busy.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I want to get like the body double is Spider-Man, not Tom Holland.
His brother.
If the body double is British, I'm going to be mad.
I mean,
3 British Spider-Man in a row? Come on.
It depends on the movie, like how the movie is, but I mean, I'm also hoping they don't lean into the fact of like, no, Victor Von Stark, don't hurt my friends. I love you. Like, I hope they don't lean into that. Like,
have we heard Tom Holland do any voice acting at all?
Yeah, every time he's been in mask in every Spider-Man movie.
There's a big difference.
No, I mean, I think he'll be on set a bit, but no, I don't think we'll notice. Like, I think even if the rumor's true or not, I think we're gonna think about it, but I don't think we're gonna tell. But
Okay.
I'm just very curious of the story. Like, I'm so curious of the story because Secret Wars is supposedly following both the older one and the newer one. What the fuck is Doomsday following? Or is it really just part 1?
I'm assuming that Doomsday's part 1, right?
Yeah.
So Doomsday's the incursion.
Right.
And then Secret Wars will be Battle World.
So is that like New Avengers, Hickman's run, Illuminati?
Yes.
And then just keep cutting to scenes of incursions and variants fighting for their planet.
Yes, that's what I'm assuming is happening. And then Battle World will be everyone kind of joining together to fight Emperor Doom.
All right, which makes sense.
Beyonder.
It might even be Spider-Man variants at that point. It might not even be. So yeah, he's going to be masked. So yeah, I think it's probably true. More Spider-Man rumors. Zendaya is reportedly set to have a small role in Brand New Day. Is that a boom or a doom? Are you a Zendaya hater, Jeremiah? Are you a Zendaya hater, Dimitri? Chat, are you Zendaya haters?
I think she's wonderful in Euphoria.
She is really good in Euphoria.
I really liked her in Dune.
She was really good in Dune.
Really? You like her in Dune?
I liked her in Dune.
Like, I'm ready, in Dune 1.
I'm ready for the third part and like how she reacts to everything.
Okay. I think she's a great actress. I think having a small part, like if we see her for more than 20 minutes in this movie, I think it will take away from the impact of her being in there. I think a small part will be bigger. Yeah.
I think cameo is what the rumor's leaning on. Like my guess, he's gonna go through the whole movie of fighting his inner demon of like, but I love someone who doesn't know who I am. And then there's like
stalking her.
A redhead trying to get in his pants, and then he finally is like, "Oh wow, like she's actually kind of cool." Even though she's not.
You mean a blonde? You mean a blonde?
I don't know what they're doing. I really don't know.
MJ's the redhead.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. It's very odd. If they recast MJ because it's not actually Mary Jane, I'm gonna be very, very bothered. Anyway, I believe he's going to come to this conclusion of like, I'm going to move on. This person's good for me. And then Zendaya's going to be like, you look familiar. And then she's just going to cut. And that's her whole scene. That's my guess.
That'd be cute. That would be cute where she like kind of like some part of her remembers, like 51st Dates egghead thing.
Yeah, just a sliver of hope that's going to just ruin his relationship, which is probably for the best, you know, because blondes, redheads, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Give her the symbiote.
Why I married a brunette.
Give her the symbiote.
It'll all make sense.
Someone has a really beautiful
Somehow.
variant cover. About
It's actually
there.
there.
There it is. Yeah.
I did a
Wow.
little
Zoom
swap
in, people.
there.
Zoom in.
Dimitri made me think though, that would be a little funny if Sadie Sink was Jackpot.
That would be really fun.
Like just straight to Jackpot. Like didn't really technically give her a name or say she's Mary Jane, like just straight to being Jackpot.
Just a vigilante running around by the name of Jackpot.
Mm-hmm.
Not even like a really big part.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, no, just like the villain he fights in the beginning.
Yeah.
Marvel will reportedly introduce Annihilus as the next villain in Phase 7. Jeremiah, who is that?
A few months ago, we were having a long conversation on the Discord about Nihilus, and I said that he was a big motherfucker. Turns out he's 5'11".
That is rather large to some of us. Thank you very much.
He is a galactic being who feeds off of negative energy. So like I would be his basically perfect battery. And so he can like basically destroy planets, systems, and turn everyone into like these ghouls or goblins or whatever the fuck. They're just drones essentially of creatures.
He's not a robot.
He's not a robot. He's got the Annihilation Rod, which is like it focuses his power.
Interesting
in which
name.
Johnny took it from him and sodomized him with it in the death of Johnny Storm.
Okay.
Which is the
sense.
best version of Johnny is Annihilation Johnny. We can fight about it if you'd like. But yeah, so Annihilus as the big bad in Phase 7. They're bugs. Thank you, Phantom. They are bugs. He's kind of just a big bug. Really. First appearance is Fantastic Four Annual number 6. It also technically is the first appearance of Franklin Richards as well. Is that annual. So if you want to buy a book, a spec book, if you're one of those people, book's already kind of expensive. It's a Fantastic Four from 1969. So yeah, Fantastic Four Annual number 6. That would make it 68. My bad.
You just want to
trust
say
you.
69.
Yeah, probably just wanted to say 69. But yeah, Annihilus, it'll be interesting if they do make him the big bad. That means we're going to be in the galactic. We're going to get Annihilators probably, and we're going to probably stay off of Earth for a while. I think that if that is the case, that's when we're going to get Star-Lord back, and we're going to get the new Guardians back, which will be Phyla and Rocket. I would like to see that. We would get our own Surfer movie, kind of, I think, if that's what they're setting up for. Quasar would be cool.
There is rumor of everything being space after we're done with Secret Wars.
Venom, the Space Knight.
Venom Space Knight.
God, no.
I like that run.
He's a good guy.
It was fun. Moving on along. More MCU rumors. Actually, that's all we have. That's all you're getting for the rest of this episode is that and some announcements. Avengers Doomsday will reportedly feature 3 different Hulks.
They fucked up with Deadpool Wolverine. They could have had Joe fix it off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would have been perfect. Just have a big gray fucking hand.
But this again goes with the next rumor, which goes with the thumbnail and the title here.
Oh, I don't like this next rumor.
Chris Evans is reportedly set to portray 4 different roles in Secret Wars, including an evil version of Captain America.
Bitch, you just moved that.
I can
like
do that. I have the
the
power.
rumor after that I'm upset about. But anyways, we'll
get
talk
there.
about the rumor after that in a second. So if Chris Evans is playing 4 roles in Secret Wars, we've obviously got Captain America, evil Captain America, Johnny Storm, and Cyclops.
No, ew.
Cyclops variant?
But it's the same conversation with Hulk. It's Hulk, evil Hulk, Joe Fixit, and some other nonsense.
So Maestro, Joe Fixit. What if what if we get Old Man Logan Hulk?
That would be really cool.
That'd be cool. It'd be gross as fuck.
So here's the thought process where I'm going with all of these rumors that I've bunched together, and you noticed, even though I did it very quickly. The original Avengers team. They're going to give us variants. Yeah, they're going to give us variants of all the original team.
Interesting. Okay.
So an evil Thor. Maybe we'll get Harold
Ragnarok.
Thor. We're going to get, and it's going to just come down to, like we said earlier, the incursions. It's going to be a variant Avenger team fighting a variant X-Men team to protect their planet.
That's interesting. So if we go with the original lineup, we'd get Ragnarok, Secret Empire, Cap, Superior Iron Man, Trick Shot, I guess.
Maybe.
The Black Widow replacement would be Mockingbird.
They'd probably skip her because they don't want to pay her. But otherwise, the male Avengers, I think, are going to do this with. I really believe that's what it's going to be. I think that's what the movies are going to be. I think that's what all these rumors are going to be. I think that some of them will get cut. I think that they will re-release these movies a year later with unfinished CG scenes of some of these other teams that we didn't get. And I think that's just going to be what it is. And it's going to be a additional goodbye to some of these characters.
I like the idea of it being an additional goodbye. I like the idea of it being a sayonara. You've been with us for 6 fucking phases. Take your bow. Exit stage right. Bring on the bad guys. But
I think they're going to kill them too.
Probably.
Like I think the new Avengers is going to kill the original Avengers.
Do you think that they're going to just choose to stop eventually?
And just let everything implode?
Go? Yeah, just like, all right, we had our fun. The superhero movie is the Western now. We're done with it. And we're going to move on. Or just, I don't want Kevin Feige to die. But does he have to die in order to make it happen?
No, I think it'll go forever. It's just... I
think it'll slow down.
Yeah, no, definitely slow down. It'll just be...
I love the content. I love it. But there's just so much of it.
But it'll be a genre at this point.
Yeah.
Like, where you get a zombie movie every so often. You get a horror, like, you know, there's like sub things. Like, this is sci-fi. This is a sub thing. Just like there's always a zombie movie every few years. It's just going to always be a superhero movie every few years. And, you know, Disney owns many of them. And DCU is just really launching. So, yeah.
That is true. Yeah. So, with the DCU just really launching, like, have they missed the boat entirely? Or does James Gunn have enough in the tank?
Yeah.
To kind of
and I say this like very like narrow minded, but my algorithm on TikTok shows it shows a good amount of young adults buying comics weekly who know way more than you would think and appreciate the movies in a much different light.
Interesting take. Okay.
Now, again, this is just my perspective. This is my algorithm. It's showing me young men. It just is what it is. But yes, some of them actually more often than you would think. And you know who I'm talking about. You keep taking your shirt off, but I like it. I think generally speaking, you know, we probably had this cynical mindset, the two of us. Dimitri doesn't think evil like we do, But I think we had this cynical mindset, and I think the younger generation is doing laps around us now. And I think for that, the quality of the movies are gonna continue to dip, and then be like, oh shit, we're really disappointing people, and then come back with a fucking vengeance. Like
That being
Thunderbolts
said-
is supposed to be good. Like it's supposed to be
it's got
really
a
good.
95 on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Like
which
that's
is
not for nothing. That's
The
not a money
second
grab.
highest.
No one knows Thunderbolts unless you read the comics. That's not a money grab movie, and you're telling me it's like a Guardians team in a sense, right? That
Yeah.
name, that team, you're telling me got that good of a rating? That means people are reading comics. Like that's what that means. For them to put
This
that
is like-
effort into it.
This is new Thunderbolts. This isn't old Thunderbolts, which is
I
the
know,
good
I
stuff.
know. It's
People
not
go
the
back
Thunderbolts you
and
wanted.
read the old Thunderbolts. They're
I
so
know exactly who
good.
to blame.
But the new Thunderbolts
So
is
good.
Dimitri, what? You know who I'm talking about? The shirtless one?
No, I really don't. But I know exactly who to blame. It's the hanger-oners of like series.
Mm.
So the people who hung on and were like, "Hey, don't you sleep on Legends of Tomorrow? That's a good show. That's for us." They will religiously keep it going and be really angry when you're like, "Hey, that's great that you like it, but it's ending next season." And then they stay on one more season. They're like, "Okay, but this is it." And it's like one more season. So this is who's keeping it going.
So like Smallville is what you're saying?
Well, Smallville is a legendary show with an ensemble cast, like the best Lex Luthor we've ever had. Ever
So
had.
far. So
Okay,
far.
Whatever.
We also got Alan Richardson as Aquaman in that show.
Exactly. Our new
Mm.
Batman, we hope. He's just too good. He's too good to not use him somehow.
It's good points. Good points. But no, it's never going away. It's just a matter of if the quality is going to keep roller coaster vibes or if it's just going to flatline and stay there forever and, become more low budget. But with that, we have more. We have more out of this. Hulkling is set to appear in the next cosmic-focused MCU saga. Hey, Jeremiah, who's that?
Hulkling is not a Hulk. Hulkling is a Skrull, and he is the partner of Wiccan. So he is a member of the Young Avengers, or will be a member of the Champions, if that's what we're going with, which we should. I don't think we should call them the Young Avengers. I think we should call them the Champions.
Yeah.
Just a really cool and actually powerful motherfucker. Who being a Skrull is one thing, but he also, if I'm not mistaken, has a badass sword and wings.
So is he full Skrull? Because he doesn't look full Skrull, or is that just the form he chooses?
I think that's the form he chooses. I think he is full Skrull. I could be wrong with this. It's been a long time since I've read anything with Hulkling, and his origin was from 2003. Someone's going to correct me because it's
I would say
probably
that's a spec book
2006.
to find his first appearance.
Young Avengers 1.
It is Young Avengers 1?
I'm 99.9%.
That's very good for me if it is. It's very good for me.
Hulkling's first appearance is Young Avengers 1 from 2005.
Look at that spec book. It's actually rather pricey, and I bought it a few years ago.
Yes.
All right, so that's cool, and that goes with the other rumors of everything being spacey,
Cosmic-y. Yes.
cosmic-y. Chris Pratt, our favorite, lovable Chris Pratt, real gentleman. That guy, real
Is he?
gentleman. Depending on who you are, depending on what you look like, and
He's
you're
an American
believed
treasure.
in the
Don't
world.
love
Chris Pratt.
body autonomy. He's great.
Chris Pratt will reportedly cameo as Star-Lord in Fantastic Four: First Steps, helping the team as they arrive in the MCU ahead of Avengers Doomsday.
If that is true, which
Two problems.
this
with
is a
that.
rumor. If it is true, I just hope Reed treats him like a fucking idiot. Because, like, in intelligence level, they're so opposite.
No, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Star-Lord's smart, but, like,
Jeremiah, do you think of yourself as the Reed of Panelites? Is that how you?
I don't think of myself as the Reed of Panelites. I think of myself as the Hank McCoy of Panelites.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not Reed levels, but
okay.
I see Pierre as Gambit. I see you as Wolverine, and I see Dimitri as Storm for obvious reasons.
You know what's not funny about that? If you go on my Facebook and you go in like some album from like 2007, there was some trend where you like found a picture of superheroes and tagged your friends.
Yes, there was. Came up in my memories like 3 weeks ago.
Dimitri is Storm. And Storm was the only, I think, like one of two women and only one
make
that
the
wasn't
wind
white.
happen.
Make the wind happen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so my other issue with this rumor is trying to say it's ahead of Doomsday, and I don't believe Fantastic Four is going to go to 616. Feige, you're wrong. I don't believe they're going to go there before Doomsday. I do believe that Fantastic Four will end up in the main universe post incursions, post correction, post One World.
So I'm assuming that this is the post-credit scene to First Steps.
I think so too.
That's when I read this rumor. That's what I saw it as, is the post-credit scene.
Right. So okay, maybe. I just think that
like with Eternals and Star Fox and Pip the Troll, because we forgot that those two exist. Harry Styles is in the MCU. People, don't you remember?
That movie wasn't that bad.
That goes away with Kang and
it wasn't
Quantumania.
Salma Hayek was wearing too many clothes, and Angelina Jolie didn't act very well. That was a bad joke. That was a terrible joke. That was an awful joke.
Comic Talk has called himself the Batman of Panelites. I will accept. I will accept.
Yeah, completely in his own universe and has all the prep time. It's
very close to our hearts.
He hits the gym as much as Bruce Wayne, if not more. So, like, you've got it, Comic Talk.
And some would say arguably better than all the characters we named for ourselves. So, arguably doing a better job over there and gets more comics per month.
Yeah, but it's quality over quantity, which a lot of people need to realize. You don't need to read 2,000 comics in a year.
Join the Discord if you'd like to partake in that. I am absolutely not. Okay, so 2 more rumors. Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch, will return, but as a good guy in Secret Wars.
That would be awesome if we get like the George Perez Scarlet Witch.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Dr. Doom's girlfriend, Scarlet Witch. Just a variant. She's just going to be a variant. That's all they're going to do.
Yeah, she's just going to be, which is why the George Perez Scarlet Witch would be best.
But I think she'll come back.
Who is the George Perez Scarlet Witch?
She's just like she's still batshit crazy because we were talking about Scarlet Witch, but she's like bright colored and beautiful flowing hair, kind of perm-like, and she's got the tights as opposed to like wearing basically a cloak cape thing. She's got the crown. Like, it'd be nice to have her as like a positive Scarlet Witch.
I like it.
Cheesy Bread P, whoever that is, said, I love watching from work. Don't get in trouble now. Don't get in trouble. Job security only takes you so far. You can't be watching Panelites when we're, talking about the stuff we're talking about. Someone being too dressed. Dimitri being Storm.
Clouds.
White people as a whole. Last rumor.
Robert Downey Jr. playing Cloak.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Sorry. Damn it. Wolverine rumored to kill a major character in the next Avengers film. Who could that be?
Vanessa Fisk.
I don't think legally he can be in a film.
That's who he kills in the comics. So.
Yeah, no.
If he's to kill a major character in the next Avengers film, we're assuming villain, or are we assuming...
I think you already named it and you don't even realize. Keep going,
though. Cyclops?
No, keep going.
Beast?
No. Okay.
Who?
You said, what if we got an old man Hulk?
Oh, shit. Oh shit!
I mean, that's a speculation off a rumor, off a far-fetched. Where would that even fit? I don't know.
It is a possibility.
Phantom said Xavier. I think he's been there, done that.
I mean, let's take Old Man Logan at face value. He kills every X-Men in Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
So, spoiler if you haven't,
because
Mysterio made him think that they were all villains. Mysterio got in his head and he made them think he was killing only villains, and he just slaughtered all the X-Men.
Which is why I feel like Mysterio was a little bit of a waste in the movie they put him in.
Bruce Campbell's still a thing. Bruce Campbell.
It could be, though. I will say it 100 times. The Jason Aaron run on Wolverine is one of the best Wolverines, and the fact that, spoiler, he kills his children. He doesn't even know are his children. Can you imagine that in movie form? And that's how it ends, the realization.
Just old boy fucking Wolverine.
And then the arc that comes after that, like he's in hell and his body's in berserk mode. Like, how brilliant. Like, what a brilliant follow-up to him murdering his children.
Jason Aaron is a brilliant human being. I mean, we've had all of his best friends on this podcast, but we haven't had him. Jason.
Interesting.
We've had Dennis. We've had Cullen. Make St. Louis proud. Show up. Or Kansas City. I forget if they're Kansas City or St. Louis.
Don't mess it up now. All right. With that is our show. I have a series of announcements. I'm going to try and read this as well as possible so I can also clip it. So thank you for watching. Sorry that Pierre wasn't here. I know the energy is just not the same. It's just not the same without him. It's rather terrible energy. Pierre didn't lag. I mean, Dimitri didn't lag without Pierre. So I'm curious. If that's some kind of weird connection. All right. So next week, we're going to have a very, very short live stream. It is literally me and Pierre giving you the recap of Super Jersey Comic Con.
Great name.
Hard to remember, but great name. That day, next Wednesday, what date is that? That is May 7th. Wow. Jeez. Okay, so May 7th will be a short live stream, convention coverage. Going to tell you our whole experience there. It will also be the first episode of the Juan and John Comic Books and More Club. That will be dropping as a video that is not a live. So that is the premiere of that. That is a monthly show by our favorite moderators from the Discord, Juan and John. If you're in the Discord, you know what books they're reading, you know what they're going to talk about. Hopefully you read them and it all makes sense to you.
Also known as Juan and John and John. I mean,
yes, correct. So next week's a little different. Short live premiere of a spin-off show. Very, very exciting. Then everything gets real hellish for me, and me specifically. In the coming weeks,
specifically you, yes.
We'll have interviews out the ass, for the lack of better words. News from the Fallout with Chris Condon and Jeffrey Allen Love. That will be on May 14th, live, 7 p.m. The following week, we're going to deep dive into the new Thunderbolts book. Brand new number one, the new Thunderbolts with an asterisk. We're going to be talking to Sam Humphries. That will be at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on May 21st. The following week, we will have a normal episode. We'll all be there. It's going to be real fun because it's going to be long because I'm going to collect all the rumors until then. And then the first week of June, June 4th, we will be dropping an exclusive audio-only interview with Kelly Thompson. We'll be talking about Absolute Wonder Woman and a bunch of other stuff.
We are touching on her whole career, but mostly Absolute Wonder Woman.
And that's going to be a very intense episode because that one is going to have edits and we're going to keep her for hours and hours. And she doesn't even know it yet. We're going to talk about everything. So that's going to be how we start June. So quick next week, 2 crazy interviews, and then we're going to start the month of June with a huge interview, possibly one of the biggest names that we will ever have. And that's it. Subscribe, join the Discord for more updates, and we'll see you next time, or maybe we won't, because I just explained what's happening. So just there you go. That reminds me, I have to send you $1.